Meanwhile, a FedEx cargo plane caught fire shortly after taking off from Newark Airport this morning. The video on your screen you're seeing right now shows flames shooting out of the right side of the engine. Airport officials say the plane experienced a bird strike shortly after takeoff. That's when the pilot declared an emergency, made a safe landing. No injuries were reported. Friday, thousands kept their wallets in their pockets as part of an economic blackout. This protest was organized largely through social media, which aimed to target large corporations by having supporters not buy anything for all of Friday. Retail advisors say it's difficult to know immediately if any impact could be noticed, but more protests are possibly in the works. A viral post claims the IRS will start allowing pet tax deductions in 2025. But is it legit or just wishful thinking? Here's Megan Maleris with your Verify.
A pet is a priceless investment. Consumer Reports estimates the average dog parent spends between $15,000 to $30,000 on the animal's care over its lifetime.
If you pamper your pet, chances are your Instagram algorithm pushed you this post, shared more than 650,000 times. It claims the IRS will allow tax deductions on pets starting in 2025. To verify, I consulted the IRS and certified public accountant Ryan Dodson. The claim is true with a critical caveat.
Can you deduct your pet expenses and so forth? Absolutely you can, if you meet certain requirements that set out by the Americans with Disabilities Act. If you meet those requirements, that's what the IRS follows, you can deduct those expenses.
So a filer can deduct a pet only if it's a service animal. Dodson said there are no changes in 2025 to existing tax code, which lays out the rules in Publication 502. A filer can include in medical expenses the costs of buying, training, and maintaining a guide dog or other service animals to assist a visually impaired or hearing disabled person or person with other physical disabilities. It's important to note filers who get audited will need proof their pets qualify.
You're going to have to show, hey, look, there's a link between the treatment and the illness of this condition that you have. So another thing that the IRS may look for is that they may look to see, okay, did you acquire this animal after you were diagnosed with this condition?
So the hype about the viral post is mostly all bark. Filers can deduct medical expenses for only qualifying service animals. One more note: to write off these expenses, they must exceed 7.5% of the filer's adjusted gross income. With your Verify, I'm Megan Maleris.
We're here to help you always get the facts. That's why you can stream Verify right now on the 6 Plus app. You can download it on your smart TV and watch for free. And if you have something you'd like verified, email us at verify@kcntv.com. Well, after 21 years online, Skype is preparing to sign off for the final time. Microsoft announced Friday that the once popular video calling program will be shut down. Skype was founded in the early 2000s and was later picked up by Microsoft in 2011. Microsoft is hoping to steer users to its Teams application as a replacement after they hang up on Skype for good on May 5th. One park recently received big, or rather I say, a small honor. This park in Nagazumi Town, Japan has been recognized as the smallest park in the world. The Guinness Book of World Records gave the park this prestigious honor. The park is just a quarter of a square meter, roughly the size of 4 sheets of paper, but it has enough space for some grass and even a small bench. On the other side of the break, how a local tradition turns heads in Kentucky while celebrating agriculture. We have that coming up. And later in sports, the Baylor baseball team was looking for a big response at Globe Life today. More on their rally that led to their 8th win of the season. And the batteries are showing like it's in there. where I have to keep turning it on and off. Or I guess. Well, for a story back actually in my home state, students at an elementary school in Mississippi are among the first in the state to benefit from new cutting-edge technology. Charles Harrington shows us how the students get to be farmers without ever leaving the classroom.
These second grade students at Lumberton Elementary School are visiting a dairy farm.
What? Look at all these cows.
But they haven't left their school.
What do you see?
Cows drinking water?
Instead, they're using virtual reality goggles to see what life on a farm is all about. They're viewing scenes like this.
It felt like real life. The cows were really close to me, and I saw how they fed and milked the cows.
It felt like I was floating.
Was it pretty cool?
It was actually real life.
Well, real enough, thanks to this technology provided by Mississippi Farm Bureau's Ag in the Classroom education program.
I want to watch a movie.
These students are the first second graders in the state to experience this new technology.
We want them to be able to see it, feel it, hear it, experience it for themselves, and at least understand how their food got from the farm to the table. We were able to film it in 360, so it's just like being there. I mean, they can spin around and turn, and it really feels real.
Real for the students and for the teachers.
With the virtual reality, it's great because we don't have to actually be on the farm and experience the mess, and the kids really loved it.
The Ag in the Classroom program began using the goggles last month. Only about 500 students across the state have made the virtual reality visits so far.